Hello, Daz enthusiasts. This is Not From This World, and I want to welcome you to my tutorial series. Now, today, I have something kind of cool I want to show you. I want to show you how we can take a character that you have set up in a scene and change that character into a new character. Now, there's probably some various ways of doing this, but I want to show you a little trick that I've discovered. And I would love to have you share some other techniques if you have them. But just remember that this channel is designed to help all of us grow and learn. So my technique is just one way of doing this, and I'm sure there's other ways. But I have run into this a couple of times where I've had a scene set up and I want to change the character in the scene without really changing anything else in the scene, and that's what I want to show you today. Okay, so as you can see, I have a scene set up, and if I zoom out a little bit more, you can kind of see a little bit more of this scene. So I have a couple characters in this scene. One of them is the Maleficent character, and the other one is Aurora from Maleficent. Now, I have used a character that looks a lot like our real Aurora character, and I really like this character. And by the way, I'm still having trouble with this character because in a lot of my other scenes I've saved, she keeps getting turned into a different character because they are both named Ekaterina. So I've made a video of this, and you can go back and watch it, but I'm not sure exactly why that's still going on. If you have tips on how to change the character's name so that this doesn't happen, let me know. I'm still working with this. But as you can see right now, this is our original Aurora character from Maleficent. I've made a comic about this, and I know I need to finish it, but I've got to figure out that problem with the character named Ekaterina. But I have her right here, and what we're going to do is we're going to turn our Aurora character here into Milika. So Milika is my theme girl, of course, and we're going to take this character and we're going to turn her into Milika, and Milika is going to be in the same position. She's going to have the same clothes on. She's going to have the same hair. Everything's going to be the same, except we're just changing this Katerina girl into our Milika girl. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is load our Milika character. Now, we're not going to use this character for anything more than just simply a transfer to the character that we want to keep. So I'm going to open up my characters, and we're going to find Milika, and we're going to upload her into the scene. So here she is. I'm just going to hit Milika, and once she's loaded, we're going to have to put some clothes on her really quick, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so I have Milika uploaded into the scene, and I put some clothes on her just to make YouTube happy, of course. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to move Milika's character onto our Ekaterina character. I think the best thing to do with this is to make sure you're at the 0, coordinate. So if you look, Milika is at the 0, Z coordinate system. This is just going to make it easier because the first step is going to be posing our Milika girl in the same pose as the Ekaterina. So I'm just going to select Ekaterina, and like I did in my last tutorial, I'm going to go to the Parameters tab, click on Ekaterina, go to General, right-click on Transforms, go to Copy, and then we're going to copy the figure. Now I'm going to go to Milika, we're going to select Milika, and I'm going to paste that pose. I'm going to go to Milika, General, right-click on Transforms, and then go Paste, and then I'm going to paste the pose. So what's going to happen is Milica and Ekaterina are going to be in the same pose. This is important to do because if we don't do this, we can't put our Milica girl in the correct position that Ekaterina is in. So now Milica is posed and I can move her. She should just be right here, very close. And there she is. So you can see she's not in the exact same position, but she is close. All right, now what we're going to do is we are going to keep our Milica girl selected. I'm going to go back to parameters, Milica general transforms. I'm going to right click on transforms, go to copy the figure one more time. Then I'm going to go to my Ekaterina girl. We're going to select her this time. And in the parameters tab, go to transforms. This time I'm going to right click. We're going to go to paste. And then we're going to say paste to figure. And what this is going to do is it's going to move Milica's body shape, her face and everything, onto Ekaterina. We're going to keep the same textures. We're going to keep the same hair. Everything's going to be the same. We're just going to be changing the character itself into the Milica character. Now this is going to take a few minutes actually. It takes a little bit of time. Things look frozen, but they're not. It's just going to take a couple moments for this to be configured by DAZ Studio. Okay, now she has been transformed and you can see that she isn't in the exact same position, so we do have to kind of reposition her. But if I do move my character, she still has the same clothes and everything, and now it is Milica. So now I can just make some minor adjustments and get her into the pose again. And you know, I don't know why the pose just doesn't move into the exact same position that it was. I really wish it did. So I have to do a few adjustments, unfortunately, but it still works pretty well if you end up wanting to change your character in a scene that you already have. So you can see I'm just reposing her in that position that our Ekaterina girl was in. And unfortunately, we may have to do some more simulations and that kind of thing to get this perfect, but you get the idea. The nice thing about this technique is that Milica now, who was Ekaterina, who's now Milica, has all of the same features, the same clothes, the same hair. Look, she even has that same tiara on. We just have to make some adjustments basically with posing, which I admit is a pain in the butt. If you have a cool technique for doing this, let me know. I've played around and, you know, I am no expert in DAZ Studio. This program is so huge, it's impossible to, I think, be an expert in everything or every aspect of it. But if you know a better technique, let me know, because it's nice to be able to transfer characters in a scene. So you can see I'm kind of just moving her under the blanket here that she was in. And let's take a moment and just get her in the right position. Now to do this, once I have Milica moved over to the original character, I can take this second Milica, or the original Milica maybe, and we're just going to delete her, because she's not really going to be a part of this at all. So we want to delete her. And then I can continue to pose a little bit on our new Milica. Notice how the textures and everything haven't changed. She's still pale like Aurora. She still has all those characteristics of Aurora. She's just now the shape of Milica. I think this is a pretty cool technique. I don't know of, like I said, another way to do this. So I'm sure there is, and I'm sure some of you are going to tell me what I can do to maybe even make this easier. but this is how I've been doing it. So I just thought I'd share it with you. All right, so now you can see I've got Milica as Sleeping Beauty Aurora. Kind of a cool technique. What's really cool is once I've gotten this positioned, I don't even think I'm going to have to re-simulate. I think this is going to be good. Maybe a little adjustment here and there, but I think that looks pretty good. So we've got Milica as Aurora. All right, well, that'll just about do it. You see, I have it kind of set up. I did a few more adjustments with the blanket, but I'm pretty happy with that. So we're going to render up some thumbnail pictures. I think I'll do a few pictures of Milica and then a few pictures of our original Ekaterina, because they're both really nice characters. But let me know what you think. Let me know if this is a technique that you've used or if you have, like I said, a different technique. All right, until next time, happy rendering. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and give me those comments.